Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, I will talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on a low degree and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few days and so on, right? So now, when we take a look at BTC on a 3D basis, what we're looking at right now, it is a breakout above the 3D 21 EMA. And at the same time, you can see like our MACD over the last few days or even like a few weeks been pointing up, and we mentioned it since like when since like the last week of January. Okay, we said we're going to retest our 21 EMA, but it could be just a pullback, and after that we're going to retest the lows right here. So if we retest the lows and MACD doesn't basically flip negative, that could be a good sign for the bulls. So it means like bulls, they could be strong over the next like a few weeks after that, and bears, they just have to be patient, because most likely market will not print a strong down trend as long as the 3D MACD is negative, okay, is positive, excuse me. Okay, so the negative momentum on the MACD we had back in November. Right here we mentioned it. We said, okay, MACD is negative, price action is below the 3D 21 EMA, so most likely we're going to be facing a strong downtrend all the way down to our weekly 100 EMA slash monthly 21 EMA, and that's exactly what happened over the last few weeks. Over the last few weeks, right? So now what we're looking at right now, since like we above our 3D 21 EMA, we open and close a candle, okay, above it since like when, since March 20th, right? The 3D candle of the March 20th, right? Open and close above the 3D 21 after our MACD was still pointing up. Okay, remember that's exactly what we said right here also. Okay, MACD flipped positive, right? But we weren't that bullish. Okay, we waited for the 3D reversal right here, and we anticipated the move above the 3D 21 right there. Okay, so now, since like everything is looking good in terms of reversal, what we need to look at right now, it is going to be the Fibonacci resistance, right? Or resistances. So if we do a swing high from 69k all the way down to 33k, give or take, we could anticipate 0.618 to give us what, a very strong potential resistance. Okay, it might not be a reversal resistance, it could be a temporary resistance, but we will find out over the next like a few days what bears will do. If bear is going to stay strong, if BTC retest like a 52k at 0.618, and we talk about all these prices over the last few days before even BTC broke out above the 3D 21. We said our first resistance for March, right? Our first resistance for March, it is going to be, on a quarterly basis, it is going to be 45 to 46, and our secondary resistance is going to be just about 52k, right? So 52k going to be our next resistance, right? On a monthly basis, at the same time, 43 to 46, right, was our initial resistance, and 52k going to be the next temporary resistance. Okay, remember these resistances. Okay, I'm not saying BTC will get rejected, but it is a resistance we just have to pay attention to. If you recall what happened at 52 back in September, right here, we did get a strong dump down to the year 3D 21, pull back up, dump right back down to 39.5, and after we retested 39.5, what we said was like, okay guys, our MACD, it is negative, right? So we just have to be patient, right? And since like the move, it is already strong, we can rely on the 2D time frame. And if BTC flips negative right here on our 2D MACD, price action break, give us a breakout above the 2D 21, we will take it to the upside. We don't need to wait for the 3D. Okay, so as you can see right here, right, if we retest like 52, it could be a temporary resistance. We don't know, okay, because it could break out to 0.786 or even like a 0.888, and 0.786 up to a 0.888, you're looking at like 58 to a 63. But these these prices, they're not that's not the topic as of now. We will just focus on the 52k temporary, or temporary resistance or even permanent resistance, depending on the volume, volatility, and how bears will show up and all that good stuff. But the main thing to remember, guys, everything looks pretty good for BTC. Okay, BTC it is above the quarterly 21. It is above the monthly 21. We said by the dips at the monthly 21. It is above the 3 weeks 21 EMA. As of now, we opened the candle above the 3 weeks 21 EMA. Yes, MACD it is negative, but if the move is pretty strong over the next like a few weeks, most likely MACD will flip positive, just like what's happening right now with the weekly MACD and all that good stuff, right? If we take a look at it on a weekly, we close above the weekly 21 EMA. So if we can get another candle opening and closing above the weekly 21 EMA, that could be a strong statement from the bulls, and they could be pushing the price even above the 52k. Okay, so if we take a look at it, again on the 3D time frame, we already talk about like how BTC is already above the 3D 21, and the daily 21 we above the daily 21. So you know, in the short to medium term, right, daily to up to the weekly time frame, bears just don't have like enough confidence. I wouldn't say confidence, but enough statement basically to be extremely bearish as of now. They just have to be on the sidelines and let the moon boys and all the bulls you know, do the work, and you know, they can you know, they can basically get the job done over the next like a few days and so on. So if you try to fight the bulls right now, they're all out. Okay, if you're trying to fight them, you're most likely going to lose against the bulls. So the best thing to do, if you're a 10k bear, just be patient. Okay, if you're a moon boy, just enjoy the ride, and remember, these pumps, they don't last forever. BTC will cool off. Okay, so if we're going to get a pullback, one thing we could rely on, it is going to be our 6 hour 21 EMA. That's going to be our first defensive line over the next like a few days. Okay, if we get any dumps, right, any, you know, bad news or anything, okay, any bad news or like a, you know, a someone dumps you know, his BTC and all that good stuff, you could basically anticipate in a shorter term time frame, right, the 6 hour 21 EMA to support the price. The high time frame, you would be looking at daily 21 and even, you know, the weekly 21. But since like the weekly 21 right now, it is above the daily 21 EMA, you would rather wait for the daily 21 if you you know, want to wait for a longer you know, reaccumulation phase. You just don't know at what price level the daily 21 going to be when we're getting a pullback. Okay, because BTC could even go all the way up to 52.55 and retest the daily 21 in mid-April, late April. You just don't know, but we just have to you know, keep an eye on the daily 21 all the way down to a 6 hour 21 EMA over the next like a few days and so on, to provide like a, you know, support for the you know, strong uptrend if we're going to continue the uptrend and all that good stuff, right? All right, guys, that's all I wanted to cover for today. So if you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit the likes, don't forget to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. We got a 50% discount for the premium. You can also access the premium you know, premium group and all that good stuff, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.